Alright, hey, hi, hello. How's it going, guys? My name is ZetaRayZod, and welcome back to more Not For Broadcasts. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell icon so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, last we left off, we were doing a segment before an emergency announcement came along that our government blew up nuclear explosives in a bunch of neighboring cities in a retaliation to the blockade that they put up against us. So it's getting pretty hardcore now. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but let's keep going. The rest of your ship passes in a blur with the same words going around and around your head. Operatives working for advanced detonated nuclear explosive. Initial estimates put the death toll in the millions. Did this really just happen? You pull to the driveway with no memory of the journey home. Light in the front room's on, clearly someone is still awake. Door creaks open in the living room, you find Sam sitting on the sofa, starting the TV. The screen is off and they're clearly lost in thought. Showing hand on the shoulder, they'll look at you. Did you reach up, take your hand in theirs? Now you're closer, you see tears flowing down Sam's face. A little girl. Oh, shit! I forgot Susie's on her trip. Oh no. What the hell can we do? The bastards killed Susie and millions of others, all because of their war, we should never ask for. You're all fury. I hate them, Alex. I know you've never been a fan of Advance, but after this, you're monsters. I need to know you understand that we can't just be indifferent. We need to actually do something. Yeah, and nothing can justify what they did. Anyone tries is just as bad as they are. Yep. When he spreads over face, Sam's face like waves, collapse into you, clutching tightly. Clearly this is weighing heavily on them. I'm not sure you haven't processed it all fully yet. Get through it together. Jeez. Final farewell. What? You're not the first one by the number of people who came to mourn with you. Oh no. Ah, shoot. You know what? If I didn't let her go, I think she would have still been alive. Because I paid for her trip, right? Okay. Hadn't even been a coffin to bury, yeah. It's probably disintegrated. Oh wow, it's been a long time. Wow, it's been like a year? An academic exodus. It's seemingly ordinary morning, but as you get into work, you find a small crowd gathered in the break room. When you go in to grab your first cup of tea, you can't help but overhear some excited chatter. Did you hear? Yeah, no one's gotten missing. What's the bringing total up to now? Oh, I think over 100 at this point. They don't want off. Oh. Turns to you, not a professor went missing. All this brings over you, scientists, doctors, researchers. Clearly disrupt, targeting the people speaking out against them. What exactly is going on here? Is it Bozeman? Yep, told you before I don't want to hear about these so-called disappearance. Classic cappuccino's intellectual. I don't think anyone here has anything to worry about. Look, between you and me, just leave it alone. Malarkey comes from on high. It's out of my hands. So I appreciate you refraining from talking about it further. And using like that school of thought. Public ownership is now in full swing. I think that's not disrupt doing it. I think it's advanced silencing the academics for some reason. Do you think I gave them too much power? Is this why that's happening right now? Drum your finger on the steering wheel impatiently as you wait for Charlie again. He's great. He's enjoyed the Cohesion Cadets. Stay behind every week to help. It's your Saturday evening too. Cal smiled back. Frustration started your face. You seem so genuinely happy. Talking his friends. So how was? Guess what? What? Cohesion Cadets starting point for becoming CCO. Oh, so he's becoming a police officer. Apparently for next year, the top 5% will be taking a special program to become CCMs. Managers, guess who's gonna be it? Oh. What exactly does creation managers do? Oh, well, basically the new liaison team. Betterment, they'll be us. Oh. So you're gonna be helping people report? Well, yeah, I guess, but only bad people. It's about helping the community. You don't like CCOs or the Betterment team? Ugh. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. actually, it's a really good thing for me to be doing it anymore. Yeah. This gives me vibes. Do you guys know Attack on... Oh no, I don't want to spoil it though. Never mind. Like I was gonna talk about the Attack on Titan anime, but anyway, like I'm afraid that my son's gonna rat me out if I become too rebellious. I'm surprised to find Sam in bed next to you when you wake up. You must have been going very late last night. Let them sleep in, enjoy one side breaks of breakfast, living room, watch some TV. Breaking news, reports coming from across the country that large swaths of farmland went up in flames as part of what authorities are calling a heinous and well-planned act of terrorism by the group known as Disrupt. Food stores which government sources of city will post training rules and menu centers. Number of CCOs were targeted last night's. Prisons and re-education were raided. A small selection of problematic potentially forcefully extracted from lawful custody. Unfortunately, it appears that CEOs were ill-prepared for the event and disrupt seems much more effective. Target locations were thankfully empty. Environment centers were fully staffed. Oh, 17 CCOs, jeez. Number captured, but the vast majority have been captured. Okay. Charlie walking the room. Anything interesting going on? Leaves the news on as they cycle through the story, watches in harsh silence. By the end, they're dubbing it the Night of Fire. Anything gonna be alright? Hope so, we'll have to see, yeah. Seems like both sides are wrong now. Violence begets violence, you know? You shouldn't... here we go. New segment. We shouldn't, like... fight violence with more violence, because that just breeds more violence, and then that's it. It's just a cycle of violence. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen next. Kosuru. Oh, the uprising. Oh, shuckles. A year and a half since Liberation Night. Alright.
Alex?
Oh, hello.
This is Alan James. The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and we need your help. Throughout this broadcast, we're going to ask you to do things that will directly help with this mass protest. I'll be talking to you regularly tonight, and I'll also be hacking you when I can. Please help get our message out. We're on the verge, Alex. You've always been fair and balanced in your approach to us. With your help, we can tip the balance in our favor. If you play our tape at the second break, that's when we think it will have the most
second
impact.
break.
It's on your right.
Okay, and I'll put in La Dolare. Now let's bring Crazy Neil. Yeah.
So what?
How's he doing?
How should I know?
What, you haven't heard from him?
He's a wanted criminal, Colin.
Oh, he got out.
But she never missed her birthday.
Your grandmother's on the run, Colin.
Yeah. Armed robbery.
I think Donaldson got out.
Double homicide of the same bloke. She's right, love.
Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen then. I think he's gonna join the Disrupt, right?
He's got his star, and your brother was fine.
Going in 10 seconds, everybody.
I wonder what they're doing. Annoying him, probably. Not probably, definitely.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News, broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Future legend. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted multiple attacks across the territories. During the coordinated action, subsequently dubbed the Night of Fire, emergency services were kept busy at the agricultural centres, while a series of covert attacks were carried out freeing political prisoners, including former newsman Jeremy Donaldson. Nothing's been heard from the missing journalist since the violent Disrupt attack on his convoy 6 weeks ago. Donaldson was on his way back to Betterment after his notorious court appearance. All of us here at Channel 1 hope that wherever he is now, he's safe. Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social
I'm gonna be so
contract
anti-government
that is
now.
the envy
My
of
daughter's
the
dead.
uneducated world.
I'm gonna be anti-government.
Jack Tractorpants, spokesman for the menu centres, said today that while they can guarantee the contents of every box is nutritious, the actual quality of the meals you cook depends on whether you have a touch of Chef Jordan Rankley or the culinary skills of a professional footballer. If I were a rich man, problems in territories 11, 17 and 22 today as striking bosses attempted to undermine their new economies. With seemingly no awareness of irony, the former CEOs and MDs have come together to form the Wealth Creators Union, with demands including a return to 150% bonuses,
Wow,
private
what the
jets,
frick?
and mandatory grovelling zones. Advance have been quick to respond, saying if they would rather quit their cushy jobs to become nurses or teachers, they'll earn significantly more than they used to pay their own workforce. Thus far, no one has taken up the challenge. Some fun now. Signs of ever more resistance to Advance's radical policies today, as popular resistance movement Disrupt extended their reach further across the territories. The organisation's emblem appeared in every major city across the territories last night in a well-coordinated publicity stunt, which has seen them dominate the headlines. Asked about the impressive display earlier today, Disrupt spokesperson Alan James said that the movement was reaching what he described as a critical mass. A poor choice of words given recent history. And final headlines tonight for three stories we've been following closely for the last 2.5 years. Foreign soil. A glimpse today of failed CEO Sophia Remington.
They both look the same to me.
Serious criminal charges centred around the details of her pet project. Has spent the last year in refuge at the Malvalian embassy here in the capital. With no end in sight to her self-imposed isolation, the board of Remington's Fist removed her as CEO in absentia this morning by a unanimous vote. Sophia was heard to yell something obscene in Malvalian at the assembled journalists before slinking back inside. We didn't catch all of it, but it was something about our mother and a goat. Fun guy. Unexpected news today as two familiar scientists announced the birth of an extraordinary child. The underground struggle of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sporsborg and Horgensvoord captured the hearts of people around the world. And after an arduous return voyage, which took over a year,
what is that on the baby's head?
They've never been happier. Baby Dante is said to be healthy, if a bit partial to the airing cupboard. Man on. Footballer Johnny Handsleeves and his new wife Tiffany Lamore proudly announced today.
Oh, is it because I made the choices for them? So now it's just like, either way, I've already made the decisions for them.
Once beset by tabloid controversy, Johnny seems to be settling well into family life, calling this latest news the ultimate golden goal, if a golden goal also peed on you. All that, plus we'll be taking a trip to Dangley Hearts for the notice board, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Ah, shit.
Territories. Today is the day we take back control. Soon it will be time for you to help us again. Come out of your houses, block the traffic, bring the capital to a standstill. I've met so many of you in my travels up and down Territory 1. You always ask the same question. How can I help? Well, this is how. And as for when, you'll know. Keep watching.
But first, 500 days after the loss of a fine leader and a great man, the start of tonight's programme is dedicated to
Peter Clement's dead?
The
Jesus.
life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live from Parliament Park, where Julia Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
Listening to that old bitch
Ooh.
lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick.
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick. We're
Well,
live.
of course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days. She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan. You join me here live from the what? Megan, you join me here live from the what?
Seems like we've lost some signal there for a moment. Well, we will be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a
I think she killed Peter Clement, man. I think the Prime Minister killed Julia Salisbury, killed Peter Clement.
All right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan. I'm Patrick Bannon, and we are indeed live here. Apologies
I think
for the
they took him away.
difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman here. The boys in editing have just informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly.
Of course
For
I am.
goodness sake, make sure you make it look good.
Slowly gathering since this afternoon.
I'm not.
You can undermine them here
Yeah.
and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really bad.
And it seems like the ceremony is getting underway. Here is Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends. 500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard, bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all,
Giving him
all he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career, though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Gripped by illness
I
as
don't know how to do this.
weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night,
no, this one.
he wasn't the man we loved. But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago. Moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself. And I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked. And from behind me, I heard, "Christ, Pet, you've either pissed your kecks or sprung a leak, but either way, you got a problem."
I don't know. Like I don't know how to do this one.
Stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker, a natural leader, but mostly a good man. This glorious nation of ours, so beautiful and new, this shining beacon of
Thank you, Alex. There'll be another opportunity to steer public perception soon. It's really starting. You'll know when.
his accomplishments. The
I don't feel good about doing that to the dead man, but he wasn't the brightest. He wasn't the best guy.
To me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great honour to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden. Shall we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10, 9, 8, 7.
Now, Alex, control the message.
Mom, we're...
I'm not leaving, I can't.
Oh, not that one.
You two, come with me. Don't panic. Help us here. Look.
You're hurting me.
Well, stop resisting then. Stop resisting and we'll let you up.
I'm not resisting. Ah! Fuck
What are you doing?
I'm not resisting. You all saw. I'm not resisting. Take brutality.
Turn the camera off. National Night News. We have the right to be here. I said turn the fucking camera off. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear anything.
Yes, medics are coming. You sit down.
I can't hear you. I'm from the National Nightly News.
Well, then you can consider this payback. Salisbury's still here. Julia Salisbury! You are guilty of the murder of more than 10 million people! Just
Target armed.
Haven't you done enough? Look around you.
Fucking
This is what
time.
your precious freedom looks like, is it? Hold your fire! You've got nothing.
Rise up! Take to the streets. The time has come. Stop fires. Break windows. Draw them out. They can't stop us.
Wow.
Resist.
Oh, Jesus.
Secure.
Lower your
Authorization was granted. None.
It was unnecessary.
Shut up. I said, please turn that off.
Shocking scenes from the Capitol there.
Is this not enough? You've just seen them execute unarmed civilians. People like you and me. So why are you watching this? Why are you not in the streets with us tonight? What will it take for you to get up and be a part of this? March on team headquarters, storm the building, demand elections, demand answers. Be what you're born to be, the once and future
I feel like if I keep
free.
doing this, I'm gonna be in trouble.
By now. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
That didn't go so well, Alex.
If everyone's safe,
But we can
What?
turn it around in the
I
next
thought we did okay.
it was a good distance from the unit base. It's becoming a weekly event.
I thought we did okay.
Different tonight. This is the big one. Great. So there's a revolution happening outside and we're off to Danby fucking Park. That's journalism apparently.
We get set for the next sequence.
I thought we did okay. What are you talking about? I thought we kind of portrayed the government bad in a way. Right? Most of it anyway. I mean, like, I was skipping here and there, but I think I did pretty okay. Pretty anti-government, I gotta say. I don't know. Oop.
Alex, during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the air for at least 5 seconds. Our operatives will do the rest.
Okay. I can try.
This is your new makeup artist, Craig.
No. What? No.
10 seconds, everybody.
Sorry, Craig. It's a no.
Okay, we are going in
Poor
5,
Craig.
4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, Megan Wolfe. Very shortly, we'll be heading on over to the final episode of what has quickly become a hugely successful feature, the notice board. But before we do, let's chat with Philippa Radon. Tell me, why do you think the public love the notice board so much?
It's real. There, I said it. It connects with people. You know, people look at us and they say, those are real people struggling with real problems.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately, then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories. So, the notice board is coming to an end after a sensational time at the top. What do you think has made this show so successful?
What is
It's
that?
a combination of so many things.
That's not a fist, is
my
it?
hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow, you really have a lot to thank you for.
Hey, hey, hey. You're welcome.
We've just heard. Our man's on camera 4.
Okay.
I have a real sense of responsibility now.
I don't see a fist.
Sense
Oh, I
I've
see a
been
fist.
entrusted with something precious.
Get back to the interview, Alex.
For good.
Yeah, that's really important. That we should use this platform to do good in the world, right?
That's exactly it. So I've decided to help as many.
Excellent work, Alex. That's the location shared. Next, you'll need to give them the go.
Give them the what?
To education, or reducing child poverty.
Oh, no, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay. How many children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, Megan. I stopped counting in the late 30s.
Goodness, that is a lot of children.
Yeah, once we finish putting them into the guest room, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey, I live a privileged life. What can I say? I mean, any child I can take on is a child rescued from suffering.
What was that?
Poor children. Were their lives really that
Did you hear that? I thought I heard something.
Oh, they're Northerns, I presume so.
Northern.
Yeah, it's shocking to think, actually, that only 1 in 10,000 children have a
The hell is that?
parent.
I'd never thought of it that way.
I hear
Well,
like a...
I'm doing everything I can to fix
You guys hear
those
that, right?
numbers.
What do you think it is about your life that's so desirable?
Well, it's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water. So, actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
Now that I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready. That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective. Clearly, not everyone else agrees, but that's enough from me. Let's go now over to Dangly Parts for the final ever episode of the notice board.
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do. Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime
Boo!
Of course, keep forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets...
Boo!
What's all this, Vicar?
I know! It's a disgrace. Somebody...
It's time for the go code. Give us 3 boos in a row, Alex.
Oh shit.
We'll start the pincer movement. We might just pull this off. Push forwards! 3 boos, Alex.
Careful, Vicar. It looks heavy.
Ha! They don't call me the Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason.
Okay, I've got to keep booing.
Yes!
It's no good.
It looks like all those crucifix classes were a waste of time.
Perhaps you, a young CCO...
I don't know if I should keep booing.
2 for 2.
Oh, one more.
Fantastic.
Looks like all those lifting
go.
classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me, a strong and capable
You did it, Alex. We're good to go.
woman to lift this.
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town?
I guess I don't need to boo anymore, right?
Well done, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferret struck again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked.
My God! Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry, we won't let that happen. Will we, Vicar?
No, no, no. Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature. But really it's because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fete. Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open. Me! Blackout!
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's the morning of the village fete, thanks to theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look! There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team, setting up for a show that will be far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
First, I'm running the tombola. Then, I'll be selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Well, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
That damn ferret has struck again.
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel the fete.
Hold it right there, ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you, the vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week.
But how did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Yes, I do smell of urine.
Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or perhaps eating Mrs. Craven's baking.
Which brings me on to my third clue. The vicar said that he had no more room for jam.
Almost as if he'd had his fill.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well, I also found this at the scene.
Wow.
That proves nothing. No!
Get him out of here, officer!
You did it, Captain. You could say you ferreted him out.
Hey, come on. Let's go and have a party in my massive garden. I am doing well.
Thanks to you, we're all doing well. That was it, the final ever episode of the Notice Board, and what a way to end it. Thank you as always to Jeff, Philippa and Tommy. After the break, we'll be both dancing and learning.
Disrupt file, disrupt ad going in.
We'll be right back.
That's the ads. Well done, everybody.
Wow! What a brilliant run, eh? After party at my place, eh?
What advert is this, Alex? I don't remember passing it for broadcast. I think you made a mistake there.
I've got 4 kinds of sausage. Hey, you! You coming to the after party?
Not interested. I want to hear this.
Aggressive their policies are. Well, I was wrong. And I'm here tonight to say
I'm sorry.
I got an E for that? Kidding.
Last push, Alex. We're closing in. One of the guests in the last section is working with us. You'll be asked to censor on our behalf. If you do it right, the final orders will be given. We'll get 3 chances. Get at least 2 of them right, and we're going to win this thing.
Oh, jeez.
It's happening, Alex. Tonight we take it back.
I always envied my friends who had so much more.
I hear fighting.
Over the years, my jealousy
I'm not sure if
grew.
I'm doing the right thing.
So when Advance came to power, I didn't think about the damage they would do. I acted selfishly. I was glad to see the rich punished.
Who is this? I don't remember her.
I didn't see how backwards Advance were. I didn't understand that rather than tearing down the wealth creators, we should have been helping everyone else to take a seat at their table. Under Advance, the country is poorer. It is poorer in ambition. It is poorer in aspiration. We are infantilized by Advance's naive policies.
Oh, I think I got an E because I kept putting up the...
absurd.
Hi, I'm Maddie.
We kept putting up the fists, that's why I got an E.
Did she? That's my shade, is it?
Yeah.
This is my shade?
Oh, what you doing?
You can run back to Jenny now.
Oh dear. And oh. She's so mean now.
Sorry about that, Sarah. Nothing you can tell me. At all, like at all.
They've said no one's died, that's all I can say.
10 seconds.
What's wrong with you?
She is in tears.
Ugh.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking Disrupt attack. But first, I'm delighted to be joined by the cast of the smash hit musical everyone is talking about. I'll be speaking with the cast in a moment, but first, let's take a look at them in action. Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Hello? Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning, and we make love every day. We take time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charitable deeds. But the flowers of a happy life are now beset by weeds.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John.
Oh, dearest John.
There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Wong, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump.
You poor unlucky chump. Is it cancer?
Worse, so John, we're having a baby.
How can this be?
Oh, woe is me.
Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum
Two?
Safety in our tiny flat. We built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked. We're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at book club.
And there won't be any time for foot rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree.
And forget about that holiday in Territory 3. No more waking up at 10:30. In fact, you're never going to get a good night's sleep again. No more snap decisions to go on to a club. You'll be lucky if you even make it out to the pub.
Why can't we be more like our gay and lesbian chums?
The only glue they have to deal with comes from personal bums.
Now when I take a sick day at home,
The parasite won't leave you alone.
how he's grown!
We're our top priority.
I look after you, and you look after me. Ain't no trouble and strife. We got a childless life.
childless life. We're having a baby. We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily. We're having a baby. No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days. We're having a baby. Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent prays to have childless babies. We're having a baby. No more spas and no more leaves. We're having a baby. 18 years on bills at least. Time for a whole new phase. We're having a baby. One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
Amazing. The Novaries there, treating us to their opening number from Elegy for a Childless Life, which is currently the hottest ticket in the capital theatre district. And we'll be touring the territories later this year. Right then, come on you lot, come on down, let's go.
Oh shit, I can clap.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Megan.
Hi.
It's an honour to be here.
Oh really, are you fans of the show?
Yes, used to be.
Well, listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now, I mean, not only do you perform this show every single night,
with matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me, I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's go down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack.
Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Bourne.
Hey, that's the makeup guy.
Hello, I'm John Satley. Used to be in the business professionally.
My name's Jill, with a J.
And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest.
That's incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right? With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness, guys! Our names all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times, maybe?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. It's bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing where we never mentioned it.
And I believe as well as being friends, you're also couples, you know, in real life as well as in the show.
Well, not exactly.
No. I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
And I'm with John, you lucky bean.
Jim and I are married.
Jim and I married.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal room.
Oh, you should have seen the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack. Jen, Janet, Jill, Jen, Janet, Jill.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man 1.
It was allegorical.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much toing and froing.
And gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own names, which is less truthful.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh god, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Memley Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital.
It's all been a bit of a roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
You really don't have to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Well, yes, we all had to move to the capital.
I love that job.
It's been a very turbulent time.
So peaceful, no singing.
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
Okay.
Children. And why you shouldn't have them.
In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem.
Terrible problem.
Having children.
You understand, Megan.
You clearly agree. Wow, this isn't about me.
Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples watch as the little parasites advance on their lives, and there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book, or watch a movie.
I'm
They're
censoring it
exhausted,
all.
Passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
We're very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm the chatty one, because...
You're the youngest, we know. It's not a badge of honour, Janet.
Janet, please, Jennifer. Oh, well said, John. Thanks, Jack. Got you back.
So, could you just tell us what is the play about? What happens in it?
Well,
go ahead.
It's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
And dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair. Becoming a target for children's TV advertising at the age of 22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more, though. I probably said too much already.
Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should be all of you. For too long, we've been told that a life without children is somehow incomplete, that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research.
Yeah, the gunshots are getting closer.
Not. Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around all over the place. So.
We just want people to have the option of a happy, child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14, before I had come out, I had an experience with a girl called Julia Jacobs. She was an experiment, I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the...
Fascinating. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The Nova is there. And I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events. Patrick, you okay?
Thank you, Megan. This is Patrick Bannon reporting from the scene of tonight's devastating and symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack which I myself have found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan, so I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
Yeah, I think she's got a concussion and stuff.
Not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Yes, no accolades here. Or Palisades. Or lemonade. Right. So, is the situation now, are we safe?
Yes, the security services perform their duties without hesitation. And I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no...
I don't know if I'm supposed to be showing the 2, 3, 4.
Sorry, did you say no deaths?
That's right. No civilian deaths. Just the 4 disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement who were, as always, so cohesive. If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
Of course, the camera, there's the speak there, on the camera there.
Am I supposed to censor it or what?
Stay at home tonight. Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment, but as the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said,
I don't know if I'm supposed to be censoring this or not.
Today.
Thank you, Prime Minister, for those strong words of strength. Back to the studio. Megan, now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying bombing. Maybe you need to get checked out, Patrick. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Nightly News.
Oops,
but before
here we go.
tonight's National Nightly News.
Victory is in sight, my friends. You have mobilized. You have come together. From our agents at the television networks, risking arrest and getting those words to you.
Sorry, what?
To many
Arrest?
thousands gathering to invade team headquarters. As I speak, we are turning the tide, and it is time for change. Tonight we topple their regime, and we also silence their mouthpiece.
Channel 1. Time to wake up.
Out from the shadows, and they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe. The military have been actioned, and well, it's pretty scary out there tonight. So stay at home and stay with Channel 1.
Seems like it's a pretty big deal. Oh, jeez.
Turbulence will soon be over, and we can once again focus our minds on building the new future with equality, fairness, and resources for all. My name is Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
We've done it, Alex. Tonight is the beginning of the forward advance. Fighter jet, 11 o'clock.
Oh, jeez.
Mission to detonate. Permission granted, old friend. We are going to detonate. Look out your window, Alex. See what you helped make happen.
Oh. Oh, jeez. Ooh. They did. I think that's it for me too then. Oh no. Oh no! Can I get rid of the walkie-talkie? That's evidence! Oh shit! Do you think they know I'm helping them? A plus E, B, B. I'll take it. Your full wages, yeah, comfortable. Great. Okay, I think that's it for now. I'm not sure what's gonna happen to me because I helped them and I think they're losing, so I don't know what's gonna happen to us, but we'll see what happens. So for now, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!